What's up, nerds? Yes, I know I didn't make a video yesterday. I released one yesterday, but I didn't make it. Sorry if you could not hear what was happening in the previous video. I was outside at about 10 o'clock at night, and it was dark, and I was on a campground, so I didn't want to be too loud. You might notice we're in a different spot. Yeah, I realized so far that I hadn't made a video today, so I decided, you know what, I'll go ahead and make a video. But I also realized, I realized that as I was in the middle of making lunch, or getting ready to make lunch, I should say. So, make some lunch with me. What are we having? Velveeta mac and cheese. Yes, it's family size, and I may or may not eat the whole thing all at once. Let me get some water. So yeah, what's been going on the last couple days? Finished up the camp out. It went really well. Got everybody back in town. And then I realized, oh my god, I am exhausted, which is also the reason why I did not make a video last night. God, this is filling up so slowly. Where's my water pressure? Alright, whatever, that's enough. I'm back. Yeah. So, I passed out early last night. So early, in fact, that I did not do D&D last night. I woke up after I passed out and I said, hey guys, I've already fallen asleep at least once today. We're not doing D&D tonight. So I know they might be a little bit upset with me, but they can bite me, because I would have fallen asleep during the session and I would have been just as useless. My god, this box does not want to open. Anyways, got the kids off to school this morning without too much complaint. It was so freaking cold this morning, in fact, that there was ice on my wife's car. It was so cold that, in fact, this morning that at 7:45, when I had to go run some errands, there was still ice on my car, and I had to de-ice my windshield. It was actually 33 degrees during the campout. I was freezing cold when I woke up Sunday morning. That was bad. Yeah, that was rough. Got home yesterday, watched a little bit of soccer, Manchester United versus Coventry City. Manchester United being the club that I've supported since I was like a wee lad, and Coventry City being the club from the town that I lived in when I was in England for a little bit one summer. So that was an interesting one. One of them being a championship side, which is the second tier of English football. So Man United should have handily won, but after going up 3-0 with 30 minutes left in the game, they bottled it and gave away a 3-0 lead. City ended up coming back, scoring 3 goals, and then lost in the shootout. They put a goal in with like a minute left in extra time. It came back due to being about this far offside. Great game though. One of the things I did yesterday though was I listened to a podcast while I was mowing, because I was trying to get some stuff done while I was still awake. Oof. It's just Monday. I just realized that. I thought I need to do a whole lot of stuff today, but then I realized I've still got another day in the weekend. Anyways, got some mowing done yesterday until the battery on the mower ran out. But while I was doing that, I was listening to a podcast on from the Daily Stoic, and something came to mind, or something just kind of like perked my ear up when I heard it. He said, whether we're experiencing great power or powerlessness, it's critical to leave room for what may happen and keep the common good and actual worth of things front and center. Above all, be willing to learn from any and everyone regardless of their station in life. We're not too big, too good, or too important to learn from anyone. That was Ryan Holiday on the Daily Stoic podcast from, I want to say Friday. Yeah, Friday the 19th. And I think that's big, especially considering that I was I was at this camp out with a bunch of middle and high schoolers that normally you'd think like I won't learn anything from these kids. I'll teach them things, but they won't learn. I won't learn anything from them. I'm actually going to move my tripod up a little bit so I don't have to like dance away. I don't have to be quite so close. Um, Hi, welcome to my kitchen. But yeah, I was thinking about that. It was especially prescient due to the fact that we were on this camp out, and I was like, some of these scouts are such bright kids, and it's really really cool to see. Um, if nothing else, different styles of learning and different styles of teaching because like I may be an adult leader of the scouts, but realistically like everything that we do with the scouts needs to be them teaching each other. They are passing on learning that they've gotten to their fellow scouts. And so like I was listening and learning from them just as much as I was teaching them. Like they were the ones teaching what's called the not the Whittling, the Totenchit, which is the ability for scouts to carry a pocket knife. They have to go through a whole little lesson on knife safety and all that kind of stuff. And then the firemanship, which is how to start fires, fire responsibility, the outdoor code, all that kind of stuff. So it was pretty cool. I was sitting in on those because as the adult leaders, our job is to make sure that they don't hurt themselves doing something stupid. We will sit there and listen and follow and let them lead, um, but we will step in if needed. So it was pretty cool, and I got to sit there and listen to two of our new scouts do their totenship and got their ability to carry pocket knives, and then three of them do the firemen. So they were learning how to light fires and stuff like that, and the responsibility behind that. But yeah, it was really cool. And then I also thought about that quote when I was thinking through about the fact that like I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I'm an older guy, and most of like some of the people that I watch on YouTube are 40, 50 years old, whatever, but some of them are 22, 23, like under 30 guys. And so it's kind of cool because like that whole thing of like you're never too good, too big, too whatever to learn kind of broke in there. So it was pretty interesting. We're not too big, too good, too important to learn from anyone. In his podcast, he was talking about um, Hadrian and Marcus Aurelius learning from Seneca, who was a slave. Uh, Marcus Aurelius at the time was one of the most, if not the most powerful man in the world, and he was not too big, too proud to learn from somebody who literally had zero power. And he was also talking about how Abraham Lincoln was friends with Frederick Douglass, who was a freed slave, who was a very intelligent gentleman, and uh, Lincoln was never afraid to learn from him either. So it was pretty cool. Um, I guess the gist of what I'm saying is you can learn anything from anyone. Um, you are not too big, too powerful, too good to learn from anyone. And so, I mean, again, something that I like to live my life as is treat everybody with respect. Um, it's critical to leave room for what may happen and keep the common good and actual worth of things front and center. Be willing to learn from anyone and everyone, regardless of their station in life. On that note, my water's about done boiling. I'm going to have some mac and cheese, and then I've got to finish mowing the backyard and clean up the basement. I don't really think I have a whole lot else going on today. Just doing that stuff. So we'll see what kind of good news I can come up with for tomorrow. But until then, nerds, I'll see you then. Okay, bye.